That was like a groan of some kind. Okay, something's definitely over there. I think I see something. It's too dark to tell down there. Okay, something big just like moved or made a thud or something behind me. What the hell? Yo, something's like throwing rocks? Or are they just falling off of there? What was that? That was weird. I just heard like the weirdest sound. Service doesn't seem to work very well. Looking for results. Look. Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another adventure here in Japan. This one is going to be somewhat different. We are actually going to be hunting for a Japanese Bigfoot. Not really hunting, but at least investigating. There's a bit of a story about where I am right now. This location was shared by a fan who actually lives in Nikko, not too far away from here. We're pretty much in Nikko still. We're kind of like on a border of like two prefectures. So, basically, she told me about her friend, who is a wildlife photographer who came through here, doesn't believe in anything paranormal, Bigfoot, anything like that. Decided to come out here and hike this, essentially looks like an abandoned road, kind of weird. But basically it's now turned into a trail. People come to bike here during the day. And she said that as he was taking a photo, something came out from the forest area, and it was big, dark, hairy, and very, very tall. Apparently, they do believe in an old creature that is from a very, very long time ago, and when things are kind of bad, that's kind of when they start to come out. I don't know why exactly at that time things were bad, but for some reason, they came out. They do describe them as like sort of the protectors of the forest, if you will. So these ancient mystical creatures, they've been spotted quite a few times around Japan. There's also another area that's very well known for it. And we're going to go there eventually, probably by like next week or something like that. But we're not there yet, so we're starting out here, and let's see what happens. Of course, don't forget to smash the like button, and let's get the party started. Okay. Well, as I'm coming up the road, I swear I see like a building or something. Is that a building? I can't even tell. This is just so like random. She's like, yeah, go to this trail, and then I get here and it's like, this is a trail? It's like an old road. Must have been like a road that they used to use to service, I guess, like the waterways. Kind of makes sense. Looks pretty cool. Whoa. Well, part of the road has crumbled. Damn. That's not very good. So we are kind of like close to sort of a highway, but once we get further in, we probably won't even hear the cars anymore. But again, it doesn't really matter because the important thing is that, what the hell? Oh, it's an old bottle. Okay. What the heck was that? I didn't even see anything. Something probably just like slid down the side of that cliff. But yeah, apparently we are in bear territory. There's a lot of deer in this area. Okay, so it's not a building, it's just kind of like a retaining wall. Apparently there's also wild boar. So we do got to be kind of cautious. Looks like somebody drove in here at one point in time. There are signs that say cars are prohibited or whatever. Oh. Some of the road turns into just like mush as well. But yeah, we're going to get ourselves a little further in. At least this one is kind of self-explanatory, so we shouldn't be getting lost. sort of like how we did in Aokigahara. That totally sucked. That literally gave me nightmares. You guys have no idea. But let's get a little further in, and I guess we'll set up camp for a while and see if Bigfoot decides to show himself. I was hearing something down there. It almost sounded like a weird kind of howling noise. Big chunk of rock that fell. Or maybe Bigfoot threw it, who knew? Who knows? Who knew? Apparently I can't speak tonight. So I'm not going to stay here all night tonight. Kind of just wanted to really check it out and see what happens. See what we find, if we find any sort of identifiers. I'm noticing that the trees are a little sparse here. Like there's really not a lot of them. So far no broken ones. It's usually a tell when there's Bigfoot in the area. But I don't know. I mean, we're dealing with Japanese Bigfoot, so maybe his demeanor is a little different. I wish the damn ground wasn't so yucky. I also have another area that we're going to go to right after this. It's kind of on the way back anyway. There's another story about that location, which might be even a little more eerie than the, oh man, I thought there was somebody like standing there. What was that? That was a weird noise. Ooh, something's moving. I hear something. Hello, Bigfoot? I don't see anything, but something was moving up there. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll go a little further in. It's just really funny right now that there's this giant road mirror, but no cars come through here anymore. I wonder, like, why they closed this exactly. I guess if it's just a service way, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Just use the main road. Here's something. Oh no, never mind. I think that's just a motorcycle. Okay, false alarm. It's oddly getting warmer tonight. That's odd. It was like kind of cool earlier. Now the air feels a lot more humid. I guess I'll take it. Why not? What the fuck? What is that? That sounded really big. Was it a deer or a bear? Something's moving down there and I don't know what it is. I don't particularly like that. I should probably grab my flashlight so we can actually shine. I want to go down there, but now I'm gotta be a little cautious. I mean, even if it's just a bear or even a boar, we definitely gotta be concerned. Oh, I swear I just saw eyes down there. Hang on. I don't know. Okay, let me just grab my light. Okay, now we have light. I do have to kind of prepare myself to bolt on out of here in case there is something actually dangerous. Whatever it was, it seems like it might have moved on because I don't hear it moving anymore. Sounded like it was just down here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. It sounded pretty big though. Well, it looks like the roadway continues up there. What the f was that? Yo. That was like a groan of some kind. Okay, something's definitely over there. What the f? Let me go over here, see if we can see a little better. Yo, that was like back there. Bigfoot? Is that a Bigfoot or a bear? Is there like a tire or something down there? I think I see something. It's too dark to tell down there. What is that? Why don't I see it? Constantly hear it moving, but I don't see it. Bigfoot. Weird. Ugh. Jeez. I don't know, guys. It's kinda too hard to tell. Yeah, I don't see anything. We heard something, that's for damn sure. Which is why I'm going cautiously. I swear I see something dark over there. I just saw like something flew by too. Okay. We are getting close to the water too. Oh shit, I almost just tripped. So, I mean, with a source of water being here, it does kind of make sense that there would be wildlife and obviously Bigfoot. This trail is getting hard to walk on. Yeah, I literally don't see a single thing though. Just, what is that? Bags of trash? Cool spot though. Very cool spot. Okay. I mean, if there was deers around, I would imagine we'd see them. But I don't see anything. What is all that on the ground? Oh yeah, it is like tires and trash and stuff. Alright, well I guess we could wait it out a little bit. There's more tires down there. Why are there so many tires here? Apparently tire dumping is just like a thing here in Japan. Kind of just waiting to see if we hear anything else, but nothing now all of a sudden. We heard movement, we heard that weird growl, but all of a sudden nothing else. Alright, I think we're gonna go back to the road, probably a little bit further in. Is it possible maybe it actually went up that way? I don't even know. I guess we'll go... Whoa, what the f*** was that? Okay, something big just like moved or made a thud or something behind me. What the hell? What was that? It kind of sounded like a rock. But how? Yeah. Unless it was... Okay, that was weird. I'm still not like seeing anything. Is there something up there in the trees? You guys let me know if you see anything that I don't notice. That was weird. It sounded legit like a giant thud behind me. Okay, I swear I just heard that growl noise again from up there. I don't see anything though. Okay, we gotta go up there. I think that's where the road goes, so if we go back, it'll go further up that way. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting tonight. We are back on the road. Yeah, the road does definitely turn up. Oh man, this is gonna be quite the hike. Whoa, what the f***? Okay, that was definitely a rock. Yo, something's like throwing rocks? Or are they just falling off of there? What the fuck? Okay, now I heard movement up there. I'm starting to think something doesn't like the fact that I'm here right now. Dude, that was like almost directly behind me. That was a little too close for comfort. Well, we should definitely stick to this side, so if rocks do fall, they don't hit me. Oh man, that scared the crap out of me. That was loud too. Okay. Not to worry, Bigfoot, I don't mean any harm. Just trying to prove to me and everybody else that you actually exist. That's all. I mean, I imagine Japanese Bigfoot probably doesn't understand English. This is a nice little area, though. Pretty cool. The other thing I'm kind of worried about are the vipers, because we are close to a river. So we kind of gotta look for those, and they're gonna freaking blend right into the to the damn ground. There's so many like random bottles everywhere. Okay, I think that was just a passing car. Oh yeah, look how much rock has fallen from there. Maybe that's why they closed the road. I mean, then again, it's probably just an old service road, I imagine. Or maybe it was actually like a road at some point. I don't really know, but it kind of looks cool. I swear I just heard a grunt or something come from over there. I don't see anything. What was that? That was weird. I just heard like the weirdest sound. It was almost like a very, very faint whistle or breathing or something. And honestly, it kind of sounded like it came from down there. Something's moving there now. This place is just filled with sounds. It's making me kind of nervous. Oh man. Damn, this is going to be a tough hike. And I don't even really have the time to be here all night. Like I said, I kind of just wanted to check it out. So I think maybe we'll wait around here for a little bit and just kind of see if we see or hear anything. Never know. But that was a really weird sound. I don't even know how to describe like what I heard. It almost sounded like a Jetson car for like a second there. That's what I could have sworn I heard. Huh. Strange place so far. So, I figured there's not a lot of like big tree limbs. I want to try the 3 knocks thing and see if we hear anything at all. Because that apparently works. I've tried it even back home in Canada. So I don't have any tree limbs, but we do have rocks, and a lot of rocks. So let's find one here that's suitable. This is more like almost concrete or something. Looks like the whole freaking side of the wall is just completely collapsing. But anyway, this will. Got this one, it's a little smaller. Just wait for these trucks to pass. It is kind of annoying because it's not super quiet here, but again, this was a location that was given to us, so and so far we've already heard some very strange things, to say the least. Alright, there's nothing. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Damn it. I need like an actual rock. Maybe this one will work. Damn it, it's all just breaking apart. Falling apart. Heard something. Oh, okay. I guess we'll try a different one. Maybe we'll just do it on the tree. Where's this stick? I guess as long as it doesn't break. It probably will. Can't say we didn't try, I guess, right? Just wait. Let's see if we maybe get some sort of response. Apart from passing vehicles. Seems like nothing. I guess one thing that we can try, because obviously a lot of you guys that watch on the channel are very into the ghosty stuff. Maybe we can communicate using our spirit box. Might as well try it out. Sinner. That was interesting. Cursed. Is this area cursed? The roads here are like kind of windy, not as crazy as the initial D place that I went to. But I do imagine there's probably been a few car accidents. Even coming through here. Like just standing here is kind of making me nervous, especially with this crumbling wall up there. That's where I heard a knock off in the distance. Oh, that was something down there. Oh, that scared me. Does anybody want to talk? Are there any specific spirits here? Supposedly there's a Bigfoot. Is Bigfoot capable of speaking to me through this? I don't know, like it could be haunted, but it doesn't really feel haunted. I don't know how else to describe it. Agreed. Apparently whatever might be here is agreeing with me. Well, that's interesting. So like I said, I'm not going to stay here all night. Kind of just, I guess, film what we can. But I heard something moving back there. Anyways, like I said, not going to be here all night. Just kind of wanted to check this place out because it seemed interesting. We did hear those several different growls back there, so maybe once we go back down there, maybe we might hear something again and figure out what the hell that sound even came from. I mean, it could have just been some sort of animal. I have absolutely no idea, but we're going to turn the ship around and we're going to head to another location that's got also a very interesting kind of thing to it. Man, it got awfully dark out here. Okay, so time to start finally walking back. I haven't really heard anything else. Like no more movement, nothing. Haven't seen a single animal. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. What the fuck? Yo, is this wall like about to collapse? I swear I just heard a bunch of like rocks. Okay, maybe we should back away. Yeah, it's probably for the best. Holy crap. Damn. It legitimately sounded as if the freaking wall was collapsing there for a second. I think just like a whole bunch of rocks probably slid down. Unless Mr. Bigfoot's up there. I don't know. I'm still like questioning myself, like what was that grunt that we heard? That was very weird. Like it couldn't have possibly been an animal. I mean it could have. Something I've probably never seen before, but okay. Well, I guess we'll continue making our way down now. I'd love to know what that sign says. Like what exactly is this area? Kind of looks like an itty bitty little waterfall. How cute. Let's see what this actually says. It could be completely unimportant, but let's let Google handle it. If it works, service doesn't seem to work very well. Looking for results. Look. What the? Oh, there it is again. That's like metal. What the hell was that? That was like literally just back there. You know, it kind of sounded like something hit the guardrail thing. Like, I can't see how a rock would have possibly fallen from there and hit that. Okay. Well, that was weird. And it happened twice, too. There ain't no way. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that is kind of questionable, I'd say. I'm waiting to see, like, if I see something or maybe hear it again. I don't know, let me shut my light down that way again. It just went so quiet all of a sudden. I mean, they do say Bigfoot throws things. I'm trying to, like, think of any other way I could possibly communicate. But I don't have any other ideas right now. You know what? Let's just go down here one last time before we head out. Something just moved up there. Whoa. Okay, that was weird. I don't like that. Something weird is going on in here. Can't confirm that we've seen a Bigfoot. There's also something written on this. What is this? I don't know what that says, but someone marked the tree for some reason. Okay. I don't know why. I feel like a little unsafe out here. Well, this was definitely a fascinating place. I wonder, too. I'm kind of questioning something in my mind. One question I have is, would Bigfoot be angry at the fact that they built kind of a road that goes through his home? And maybe that's why it's, like, aggravated over here? Because, I mean, we're hearing a lot of, like, weird shit. I cannot say for sure, definitively, if there is a Bigfoot out here, but you guys tell me in the comments, like, what are those sounds? What were those grunts? Like, I have no idea. That almost sounds like somebody's talking. What is going on in this place? That vibrating sound was just my flashlight, by the way. In case y'all are wondering. Got the portable sun here. Damn, dude, super weird. Like, I don't know. There's so much ground to cover too. It's pretty big place. All right, let's just get out of here. I just really don't like those, whatever that growling, grunting noise was. I mean, they're like I said, apparently there's wild boar out here, and I think those are even scarier than any bear, if you ask me. Definitely not something you want to run into, for sure. Okay, something really big just moved up there. That's loud. I feel like I'm kind of being followed by something. Or whatever is happening is it's trying to make me leave. I do not know. Okay. I'm just gonna keep rolling on the way out. I'm kind of holding the camera in like the weirdest position right now. What is that? It moved over there. I don't see it though. I don't see anything. I can never see it. I can hear it, but I can't see it. Yo, what if there's like multiple Bigfoots out here? It's like a whole ass family. I got the mama Bigfoot, the papa Bigfoot, the kiddo Bigfoot. Okay. Alright guys, I think that's where I'm going to end off this segment. That was really interesting, but we are heading over to another area that's kind of like right on the river, just kind of further up this really, really long road. And apparently there's a story of like a sort of mimic entity that might be there, so that's kind of why I wanted to go there next, because I think that one's also really That was that metal sound. That didn't sound too far. Suddenly it was kind of just back there. I ain't going back in there. Screw that. I'm telling you, it sounds like really pissed off. It's like hitting all sorts of things. Okay, well, as I was saying, mimics at the other location. I'll see you there. What the pretty much back at the car, and I just heard something. Literally, it sounded like I was walking on two legs. What the heck was that? Started recording too late. I missed it. Damn it. I see eyes. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera, but whoa. There's just things moving all over the place. Whoa. Oh, okay, that I think was a deer. Or maybe a raccoon dog. I'm trying to find the eyes again. Where are they? Let's see. Where did they go? I'm not really sure what that was, but I saw like two sets of eyes out there. That was pretty creepy. But I think they've moved on. Whoa. Daylight. Oh, it's so bright outside. Alright guys, welcome back to the vlog, or wherever this footage is even fitting in at this point. I have no idea. But we are in Hakata, in Fukuoka, and I'm just leaving the hotel, and the reason why I said that was because I just realized I forgot my damn sunglasses, but they're in the rental car, and yeah, it's a little hard to get to the rental car, because I don't really need it right now, so we're just kind of going on foot. But yeah, basically, before we go out and film some spooky stuff, I need to get something to eat. Now, Fukuoka is well known for ramen and I believe 2 other dishes that I cannot remember the name of. I met a gentleman who is from here in Fukuoka, and he was kind of telling me all the things that I need to try. I don't know if I'm going to be able to try them all now or later, because I do have to fly back after Okinawa. But for the time being, we're just going to kind of roam around for the next hour and a half to 2 hours. Then we're going to come back and we're going to get the car. The reason why I say getting the car is difficult is because they have this really, actually you can literally see it from here. Let me show you this. So that right there, that is a parking garage. It's wild. I haven't filmed like the entrance or how they do it, but basically in order to save space here in Japan, they usually build things up. So what they did was they basically built a 2-sided garage door thingy, and you drive up onto this ramp, lock your car, fold your mirrors in, and it essentially takes the car all the way up and puts it somewhere in that building. It's absolutely insane. One of the coolest things you will ever see, ever. But right now what we're gonna do, because I've been meaning to do it, good thing I check Google Maps, because I usually mark key places that I'd like to visit when I come to a different town. One thing that I wanted to visit was the historic district. Apparently it's really cool over here in Fukuoka. Then we're gonna cut across. We're gonna go to where the izakayas are, hopefully find a really good ramen place. The only thing I find here is that they do a lot of siestas, so a lot of restaurants close from like 2 p.m. till like 5 p.m., sometimes even 6. So I'm sure we'll find a place eventually. And there's also an area called Canal City. So we're kind of just doing a loop around. I wanna show you guys this, because I did walk through it the other day, but I didn't film it because I was just so exhausted. And honestly, when I'm super tired, it's I just feel like the videos don't come out the way I want them to. So that's why we're doing it today. And then later on, we're gonna hit the road and go back out into a spooky area that has quite a bit of weird history to it. But anyways, let's go and do this little tour first. Okay, so basically gotta walk up this road about 7 minutes, and then off to the right there should be like this historic thing. Should be pretty cool, hopefully. So far Fukuoka is quite interesting. It's a very nice city. The layout's very cool. Some of the intersections are kind of weird, but apart from that, it's like really chill here. Like very quiet. There's not many people around. There's not like any crazy noises like a lot of the other cities. One thing I've definitely noticed is very few tourists over here. This is not really one of the hot spots, so to say, for tourists. Damn, it's so bright out here. But yeah, like I've only seen, I mean, tourists over here kind of stand out like a, you know, really easily. I have seen like quite a few Chinese tourists, Taiwanese tourists, but apart from that, like nobody really from the US, Canada, even Australia. I think all those people usually go and visit like the hot spots, Kyoto, Osaka, that kind of thing. Well, I'm going to assume that this is it, with the big gate over there. Looks like there's a bunch of temples, so might as well give it a quick look over. Check it out. Yep, this is definitely it. It looks like there's a bunch of shrines kind of on both sides. Very pretty. But it's cool because it's like a really neat conservation of history, just smack dab right in the middle of a large city. Yeah, it looks like there's one just over here. Here's the entrance. Wow, very quiet. Not many people around. It does appear that a lot of it is closed right now. I mean, these are not really touristy spots. Can't go in there, but at least we can see it from here. That's pretty cool. I love how they, the way they do the gravel. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it kind of looks like everything's closed. Is that another temple as well? I mean, there's really like just this one block. Let's go take a look here. I don't know what this is. I don't want to go into somewhere I'm not supposed to go, but it is quite pretty. It's so quiet. Like almost eerily quiet. Yeah, I'm not really too sure what this is. Probably part of a temple. I'm actually not going to go in, but we can peek. Everything's closed anyway. Yeah, it's definitely part of a shrine. I call it temple, but it's a shrine. Got a nice little sand garden here. There's these monuments kind of everywhere. The one that we were seeing in the other one was, in fact, commemorate when a Japanese gentleman went to China, learned how to mill udon, aka noodles. I believe it said back in the 1200s, and basically brought the recipes back to Japan, and they made a thing out of it. Because it's kind of interesting because things like ramen, udon, noodles, how to make things out of flour are not actually from Japan originally. They're actually from China. In fact, even kanji, the language here, originates from China as well. So it's kind of a lot of shared culture and history. Yeah, I'm not really sure what these buildings are. There's something back there, but... Oh, you can walk there? Oh, okay. Cool. I didn't know that. I was gonna keep off the sand, but apparently we can go. Oh, there's like a whole bunch of stuff back here. Cool looking picture. Oh, look at that. They got Jizo statues. That's neat. Damn, it is just so like eerily quiet. I know I keep saying that, but there's virtually like almost no one around. It's crazy to see just like no tourists, like literally just me. That's pretty much it. Let's go check this out, then we'll go see that. I can't spend too much time here because I kind of have a time limit set for myself, and I already have an idea that I'm probably going to exceed that time limit, and then we're going to get to, you know, the spooky spots when it's a little bit dark, but whatever. Okay, these are cool. So I'm thinking that these Jizo statues, if I'm even saying that properly, are protectors for children, as they usually are. Not really 100% sure. Oh, look at that. There's like a little bell. And there's a dude in there with I don't even know what that is. Looks like some demon horse. I'm not trying to offend, but that's literally just kind of what it looks like to me. Oh, very nice. Whoa, now that looks freaking impressive. That is cool. Now I'm not sure if that's like actual gold. It is possible. But what a beautiful setup. Wow. Alright, so that is pretty much it for this side. Let's make our way back to that street. Go a little further up. I really don't think there's too much to see. But apparently this is like a very famous area. I love these. These are cool. But I just love the fact that like there's this one strip just smack dab in the middle of the city. crazy. Okay, so I think there's one more here. This one kind of has like a pretty little garden. It's kind of like a maze almost. I think this might be the last one that's actually open, and I think the rest is pretty much closed. Oh, see, like you can't actually... I don't know if you can go in there or not. Oh no, it says authorized personnel only. Okay. So I can't really go any further. But still a nice view though. Okay, so that's pretty much it. It wasn't exactly underwhelming, but it also wasn't exactly overwhelming at the same time. So now what we're gonna do is I gotta figure out which direction to head in, but we're gonna head over to the area where all the izakayas are, or restaurant, bars, that type of thing, and find some ramen, hopefully, or something that's like traditional for this particular area, because every area in Japan, every prefecture kind of has its own specialty food items, right? So might as well try it. But I keep hearing ramen. Ramen of Fukuoka is supposed to be the best. So made it more into the busier area, heading towards the izakaya district. There's also a really cool canal area, so we'll get there. That's pretty much where I'm gonna turn around after and start heading back to the hotel to get ready. But just to give you guys an idea of what some of the different cities here look like. Not as intense as Tokyo or Osaka, but still pretty cool. So you can see a very beautiful looking pagoda over there. It's a little hidden by the trees, but still quite nice. I'm actually heading towards another shrine in this direction, because it's kind of on the way anyway, so might as well. Well, I'm gonna assume it's this direction since there's a gate here. There should be a shrine kind of back there somewhere. That is where it is pointing to on Google Maps. That's pretty sick. Right-hand drive, STI. Very cool. So the one thing that I notice a lot of, there's a place here, it's called Nuku Nuku, and the one thing I notice a lot of here, cuisine-wise, like foreign cuisine, is Italian. Also a lot of French places here and there, depending on where you go. But the most common food outside of actual Japanese food that you will find here is Italian. It's kind of hit or miss. There was one place that I was going to, two places actually, that were in Kawaguchiko near Fuji. I can't remember what it was, La Boca or Il Bacio, one or the other, which means the mouth or the kiss, depending on which name it actually was. But that place had bomb pizza. The last time I had it, unfortunately, I had a really bad cold, and I literally could not even taste it, but I'm sure it tasted pretty good. But he also had other dishes that were absolutely incredible. And then there was another place, I think it was called Il Chianti, in that same general area. The reason why I kept kind of bouncing back and forth between the two was because I was finding food options a little bit scarce, especially late at night. So it was really my only thing that I could potentially get. But they were good though, overall. But I do prefer Japanese food, to be honest. I don't know why I'm walking into this parking lot, but there is something that I kind of did need to mention. So being from Canada, I heard there was an attack at a Filipino festival. What was it? Not even 48 hours ago. This man, basically, they said that he had mental illness, schizophrenic, was just recently released from the hospital, and the man took an Audi SUV and literally plowed into dozens upon dozens of people. There was a lot of injuries, there was a lot of deaths, children involved as well, and it's very sad. It's hard to talk about something like that, especially the fact that I'm so far away from home right now. But I don't know. I feel for the people who lost their lives, of course. May those people rest in peace. Obviously, got to pray for those people. And I do hope that the injured make it out and fully recover. But it's sad, man. It's kind of sad as to like what's kind of happening back home. I don't like it. I feel like the state of Canada is just in shambles, and it's not even really a political thing. I mean, we don't really know too many details. It's been deemed not terrorism, but yeah, it was just bad. There's videos of it floating around. It's kind of crazy that people are even filming it and posting it. Just in my opinion, I would never do anything like that. But yeah, crazy. So we got another temple here. That was a hard thing to talk about, but we gotta continue regardless. But let's go in here and see what this place is all about. Looks like they were probably doing some sort of event here. These places are so special, very peaceful. People come to enjoy the experience. That's really cool. I love that. Oh, look at those gates. That is cool. Oh, they have a koi pond. Of course, it's netted off because I think traditionally people would throw coins in there. I don't even know if that's actually a thing, but people would probably do it for good luck. I imagine. So, I learned recently that these, sorry, I probably shouldn't even have touched that, but these are actually like people's wishes. So they sort of like make a request and then they tie it on. So that's that. And these are basically the same concept. This one's actually in English. And, Ruben, Vicky, Angelo, and Victor. Apparently I was here already. Whoa, what? That is intense. Holy moly. It's like a little bit of everything all happening in one spot right now. I don't know if it continues or is this just the exit. I think this is the exit though. But Kushida Shrine, pretty cool. So that was cool. The place was known as Kushida Shrine. I don't exactly know how old it is, but probably pretty old. Most of the shrines are at least like, you know, a couple hundred years old. So anyway, we're heading now towards the izakaya area, and hopefully we can find some ramen. I'm not even seeing any, weirdly enough, but once I get into that kind of area, I guess I'll maybe just punch it into Google and see what comes up. Okay, found one. It's called Hakata Kawabata Dosanko main store. So it looks to be kind of a well-known franchise, I guess, here in Hakata. It's just about 3 minutes away, which is not bad. So let's go find it and see if it's any good. So the one cool thing about this area is there's a lot of these like canal areas. Very nice to observe. You can actually go and walk and sit down there, which is cool. Not a lot of water though. There's not a lot of water flowing. It's probably just the way the dams are set up, but it has a pretty cool view. I like that. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out, is it down there or do I have to go this way? Hang on a second. Oh no, I gotta go further down. So it's actually on the back street over here. So apparently it's kind of like in this open air mall. But a little further down. We're almost there anyway. We found it. There's no English writing anywhere. I'll take that as a good sign though. Oh man. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. As I was eating, that's literally all I was saying. I think that was probably definitely one of the best ramen I have ever had. Literally, ever had. It had all the toppings, and then I did the butter base, and holy moly, was that ever friggin' good. It was funny because I met these two other people, I think they were from the US, and they were kind of like saying the exact same thing. They're like, holy shit, was that ever fucking good. Now they just set the expectations really, really high for ramen for me. So whenever I end up going to another place, if it's not as good, I'm just gonna throw it back at the. No, I'm just joking. Don't ever do that to somebody. That's just rude. But wow, that was really good. I think the only other place that I could say may have topped that, but it was a long time ago, it was over a year ago now, was at the Ramen Noodle Museum in Yokohama. Okay, so we're gonna continue on down that way, do a loop to Canal City, then head back to the hotel, grab the car, and then hit the road. We're now entering the, hang on, start over. We're now entering the noisy izakaya area. I actually walked through here the other day. It's not very busy right now, but at night I imagine it gets pretty busy. Not gonna spend too much time here because it kind of looks like everything's closed at the moment for the Japanese siesta, if you will. Also, I really like these. I don't know why. They're really cool. They're like little mini Hummers or G-Wagons, but it's a Suzuki. It's kind of funny. But here there's a cigar bar. I haven't been to it. I don't know if I'll even have time to go to it because I'm gonna be pretty busy today and tomorrow, and then we're leaving. But just to give you a rough idea of what it kind of looks like here. I don't know why it's so noisy today. The other day it was much quieter. But there's tons of little restaurants. This is another thing, Motsunabe. That is something we have to try, and if I have time tomorrow, maybe I'll actually come back here and try it. So Motsunabe, I believe, is more of like another pork-based type of thing mixed with meat. The other thing with the ramen that I noticed was, first of all, it was really cheap, cash only. So if you do come to Japan and you end up going to a lot of these types of places, always make sure you have like at least 10,000 yen on you, because you're never gonna know when you run into a cash only place, and then sometimes you don't know until you go to pay, and then you're just completely screwed if you don't have any cash whatsoever. So always make sure you have cash on you. The other thing about the ramen place, it was really cheap. It was 1,150 yen, which is about maybe $11 Canadian, which is like, I don't know, $7, $8 US. Absolutely insanely cheap. Way too filling. I couldn't even finish it all, which felt bad because normally, traditionally in Japan, you got to try and finish all the food, but it was just way too much. And the other thing was the amount of meat that they actually put in there. A lot of places tend to only put 2 little thin slices of pork. This one had like 6 or 7. It was actually quite overwhelming. Where is this place that I was looking for? It's not open right now anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Let's do another loop around. We're gonna go to Canal City real quick and then start making our way back to the hotel. So this is more of what's supposed to be the exciting area. Obviously it's very quiet right now, but it kind of almost feels like Osaka again. And there's a lot of these weird bars that I don't go to. There's also a lot of buildings like this, 7-floor buildings that literally have everything you could possibly think of, all in one building. There is another area that I walked through the other day. I'm not gonna film it because it's fucking weird to me, but there's a lot of like, you know, the special places where some men like to go. And I walked through the other day and it felt so freaking awkward because I'm like, well, this is random, because it's near a very busy area where a lot of people go to observe the canal, and then there's the mall. And then the other thing too is there's another mall. It's like the JR Mall, because apparently JR just owns half of Japan at this point. And they had a Pokemon Center, but it kind of sucked. It was very underwhelming. It was very small and just nothing special about it. The one that I do want to go to again is in Hiroshima, and the reason why is because I need to buy a certain thing that they have. Hopefully they have it anyways, or maybe something like it. It's just really funny. But when we get there, probably on the return at this point, I'm kind of starting to run out of time. It's weird. I've been here so long. I've seen so many places and so many things, but I legit feel like I'm running out of time at this point to kind of see and do everything here. But we will utilize the time that we have left and do as much as we possibly can. So now we're kind of at like, I guess what would be more like the city center area. The cool thing is there's actually like a street food area right over there. It's right on the canal. The weird thing though is that like parts of the viewing areas are closed, but I just really want to show you guys what this looks like because it's very pretty. So this is the food stall area, well, food truck area. There's a bunch more down there, I think, if I recall correctly. These are just more like food trucks. And then we have the canal area, which is very nice. But it looks kind of like everything's kind of closed, sorta, in a way. Not really closed, but they're clearly working on it. That used to be like a walking viewing kind of area. And then you have the big mall over there, which we'll kind of get to the front of, and then that's going to be kind of where I end things off for today. So I'm pretty sure all the food stalls, it's called Nakasu Food Stalls. It has a very low rating on Google for some reason. I don't really know why. Pretty sure they were all here the other day, but I'm not seeing anything. Anyway, let's continue on towards the mall, and then we're pretty much done. Pretty sure they were all here the other day, but they're gone now. And then back behind there, I think that's kind of why they put this metal wall up, is where they do the, you know, the thing that I was talking about that some guys like to go to. I guess it's kind of like a red light district area. It's probably not a good idea to even film going through there, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to skip that altogether. And yeah, because the last time I did that in Osaka, it didn't go very well. So these are the Canal City shops. This looks freaking cool. Very impressive. They have literally a canal that they built. Hundreds of stores in here. I haven't been in. I don't have the time nor the patience to really go in there. I'm not much of a big shopper, but that's pretty much it for now. I just kind of wanted to show you guys what I've experienced so far, just because it was really cool and really fun. But now it's time to start walking back towards the hotel, get all of our things ready, and go and do some spooky adventures tonight as well. I'm doing a little bit of a mix of both. Some stuff here on the vlog channel, other stuff obviously on the main channel, and in a couple of days, like I said, we're going to be in Okinawa, so that's going to be a whole new adventure. I was just told about a really nice area called Beppu. Apparently there's like a volcano, there's like a sleeping Buddha or lying Buddha or whatever, and it looks really cool and really impressive, but I don't know if I'm going to have the time to do it. I got to start organizing what's happening after Okinawa and kind of figure out basically what I'm going to be doing for the last 2 weeks here in Japan. And then after that, that's it. We're going home.